Alright, back we are into the zone. So, I think we'll take up right where we left off, although it's late. Everyone in the assembly shouting Orson's name. As the new autocrat of the Ark. Although I removed the tokens, but Maximon and Ron's bodies are still there in a pool of blood. How do you guys handle the aftermath here?
Take the bodies of the exiles out of the Ark.
Who will do that?
I just direct some Kodiaks. They should be outside of our walls.
Out in the zone?
Out in the zone.
And a few of them engage in that. Chip.
I'll go over Maximon's body like right before they start to pick it up. And I crouch down next to him and I will pull out my scrap knife, cut out his tongue. And I'll stand up just holding it and then nod to them to continue. Put it in my pocket.
The Kodiaks give you a wary and strange look at the same time, but they don't question.
As a mechanical, I'm just standing around watching this puzzled as, because mechanicals would recycle the parts and reuse them. I'm like, what are they doing?
Exactly what Vinny's doing. Recycling. I have broken wits, so Vinny will at that point retire back to the Kodiak's area and sleep.
It has been a long and dark day. Everyone, dwell upon what has happened today, and know that tomorrow shall be a new day, and a new Ark. I'm also going to retire to my quarters.
Skarshin directs some of his sentinels to clean up the blood. It is, after all, right outside where they live.
I'm gonna head over to Pontiac. I got a few repairs I need again.
Can I wash myself? Have we got enough water for that? Because I've got rot points.
There is some water, and rationing is not so strong anymore because of the alliance with the Pure Plant. So, yes, you can.
Yeah, so I'll attempt to wash away some water. Wash away some rot.
And 1 second, I'll get the... I forget the exact rules for that.
Page 126. Washing removes half your rot, and then I think every time you lose a point, you have to roll to see if it's permanent. And I've got 2.
You got 2 rot points? Okay.
Yeah. So I guess I lose 1 and then just see if that becomes permanent.
Yeah. So roll one base die. Okay. You are fine.
Okay, safe.
Down to one.
And then the remaining one should go for a night's rest, I think.
How do I get rid of the rest of them? Where's it at? One rot point will leave your body every day. Yes. I keep forgetting about that one.
We've been quite lucky with rope so far.
We had, yes. Orson, having enough of this ordeal and dealing with his godlike new status, has decided to retire for the evening. Trace, when you get to Pontiac's garage, something a mechanical doesn't necessarily fully understand. They sleep. And so you get there to find that the doors are shut, although they don't lock. Opening the door, you hear a sort of whistling followed by a deep breath, and it cycles back and forth. And damn it. Let me change this. Shirley and Merrick. Keep forgetting to make these tokens so that they display the name when you hover over them. They also stay there as well.
Okay.
And
well,
Merrick awakens when you open the door. He wasn't quite asleep. Hello? Who's there?
it is I, Trace.
Oh. I was about to sleep. What's the trouble?
Ah, sleep. I forget you organics need to do that. I had some repairs that needed to be done, but your sleep is more important from what I understand.
Yeah, we're
And
kind
without
of
it, you won't.
exhausted. Why don't you come by in the morning? I think Pontiac will have some time. If not, I can try to take a look.
Okay, I will do that. Sorry for interrupting your cycle.
No, I wasn't quite asleep yet. Good night. Oh, wait. You don't sleep. Have a pleasant evening.
Same to you. And with that, I'm gonna turn and leave.
Shirley's like, who was it? All right.
And I head back to our very lovely drawn plane.
Yes, it is a work of art. Actually, I kind of like it. Callum was like, "Oh, that's the worst thing ever." No, that's all right. It'll work for now. I would have thought Callum would have been here by now. Alright. So, you all rest, and let's see, you need to recover wits,
Yeah, I'm just downwards.
and so also is Vinny, is that right?
Wits is just from sleeping, I believe.
Just checking it out myself.
Agility needs sleep and water, so I need to use 2 of my waters. Is my agility back up? Empathy. I'm gonna have to drain somebody. I don't even know. Vinny almost wakes up in a haze. He's not quite sure what to do. His ultimate foe is now dead, and the Ark is following Orson like he wanted. So he's just kind of wandering around the Ark, watching all the projects continue to be worked on, and kind of very, what's the word when you
Searching for a new
withdrawn.
direction.
Exactly, just like in his own head, kind of going through it all and wondering what he should do next. Probably, he'll probably keep working on autocracy. Maybe in his own way, he's like going around, looking up Orson and all the good reasons behind following him, and how the Ark is doing the right thing.
Orson, if I think this would be accurate to what Lack would do, is most concerned about defense against the Hellriders, an enemy that he knows well, and will direct today to be a day of work towards implementing the defenses that have already started, some of which aren't fully started, but that is what he would guide, not just the Kodiaks, now it's the entire Ark. Now that I think about it, I hadn't thought about this. I don't want it to be too OP that you've got an entire Ark that can roll for successes. You get through all the Ark projects in no time, which wouldn't be what was the design of the game. All close to 200 people. All right, work. But it should give you a bonus anyway. So, let me get to... What would he work on? An arsenal.
Roll comprehend also for my autocracy work.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's like the absolute worst one for me to work on. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I literally have 1 dice.
You have no points in it? It's just your attribute?
Nope. Yep.
Wow. Alright. Well, Orson has no points in comprehend, but he does have his stats, which is decent. But he's going to get help from 3 others. From Kodiak, sorry. There's 1.
I can
Me
attempt to
instead, I'll
repair
have
myself.
2 of you talking at once, I couldn't understand.
What'd you say, Saul?
Oh, I was just thinking, I was like, I forgot that I can attempt to repair myself some since Pontiac was sleeping.
You can, yes. If you wish to do so. Do you want to retcon and do that at night? You can go ahead and make a repair roll.
Okay.
Let's see. Connie being a stalker. What was down on you?
Servos and processor are both down by 1.
Oh, right. Well, you got 2 successes. You can repair both of them. Connie being a stalker, makes sense that she works on the watchtower and she'll work with 1 other. Also, she has a decent scout roll. That's weird. When I go to roll for her, it shows that she has 2 in scout, but the roll pop-up doesn't have any skill in scout whatsoever.
Hey, Callum.
That's bizarre.
The microphone just hit.
Let's be paying attention to that when we make rolls, guys. Make sure it shows things. The watchtower is complete. And we need to roll a d6 to see how many warfare points you get. Who would like to roll it? I don't want the responsibility because I'll roll badly.
That's true, we don't want Andy rolling the rolls. Is it 1d6, was it?
It's just a 1d6, yeah. 4, that's not bad.
Hey.
That brings you
Nice.
up to 42. All right. And let's see.
Doing here, right?
Hey, Callum, are you just still logging into the game? We're just going through ARC projects at the moment. Charlie. Charlie will work on traps.
It is the next day.
Yeah, it is the next day. Yeah, all of this is the next day.
Yeah, I'll probably start the morning talking with Astrina about the autocracy.
Right. 1 second. That's going to be a comprehend roll for you then.
Just also see if that rock goes. Okay.
And the traps are completed. Remember, these things have already been started.
Not the best look at this.
No. And we need another d6 rolled, please, for warfare increase.
One of the others want to do the honors?
Anybody want to roll d6? If not, I'll do it. I'm going to roll a 1.
Well, how do you do
I'll
it?
do it.
Okay.
I guess Vinny had been working on the shelter before. He'd make his way back there.
To 45.
He'd be pretty concerned with having a way to escape or hide in case things go south. The Hell Riders.
Yeah, it had been started. And it's down near the graveyard where you like to hang out.
All the more reason. I'm going to push it. Thing. One success.
No injury. All right. And let's see. I will let Escartion. He'll be interested. Be interested in autocracy. Two. He had some help from other sentinels. Only 2 remain on that one. And then finally, I will have Marlot. She'd be focused on the arsenal, wouldn't she? Yes. And some help from some of her clan. Only 1 success out of all that. Wow. Well, with me rolling, it's definitely not OP. Alright, 8 successes remaining on that one. Still, you've upped your warfare up to a 45, which is not bad at all so far.
Yeah, I'll do.
Alright. Alright. I believe that'll be all. Callum, are you able to log in to the game?
Yep, you're going to have to give me a fat minute.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to rush you. I was just making sure there was no problems. I know you just got home. Okay, I'll come back to you, man.
Cool.
Right. Let's see. I believe that's... Estrena. She would actually be interested in the arsenal. No, arsenal? No, the autocracy. Suddenly she becomes militant. We must arm ourselves. They both start with
And
A.
I also
Sorry?
just noticed both of the cars are named Piercer. You hover over them, the tokens.
Really? Damn it. I will address that in just a moment. 1 success closer. You only lack one 1 point for an autocracy, and that gives you a 2d6. Right. What the hell did I do with those? Okay. Changing the token now. And I suspect it's prototype token. Yep, that's why it is. There we go. Now it's changed. Death Wish and Piercer. Okay. Well, that is a full day shift for all those who rolled. So Trace and Callum, when you're ready. But I need... Trace, you did your repairs in the nighttime, so this is now daytime.
Yeah.
So what are your activities today?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna hang out with Edmund and Katinka, discuss with them their plans, what they're gonna do at the Pure Plant, and if any of them are gonna go back to the radio tower.
Had you guys discussed, it's just as players, had you guys discussed what was going to happen with the radio tower? Were some going there, or I thought they were all going to the Pure Plant?
I think the
The ones that
damaged
couldn't
ones
fit on the cars. I think.
Say again?
yeah, I think the damaged ones were gonna go to the radio tower because it was closer, so they could do repairs. Because we did give somebody the
Oh, yes, you
code
gave them the
for them.
code. That's right.
And I want to say I remember something about we just didn't want a whole bunch of mechanicals showing up at the front door of the Pure Plant and freak those people out.
All right.
Yeah, so I seem to recall saying that we would take Edmund there as a kind of, hello, this is Edmund. He's got other mechanicals. They're going to come here to help you folks. There's
Yeah.
more on the way.
Yeah, you had told them that you were going to arrange that. And you have heard that him and Katinka are planning to make the journey there today.
Yeah, and what was it, Hugh? Was that the radio tower? Is that his name?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Mechanicals showing up on his doorstep wouldn't have freaked him out. So, yeah, we sent all the others there, and they could repair and everything.
Okay. Just making some notes so I don't forget again. All right. All right then. Okay. Then Katinka, so you're speaking with those two. So Katinka says to you, thank you for introducing us to these wonderful group of people and your hospitality. As you know, we are departing today for the Pure Plant to establish connections there.
Yes, these connections between the mechanicals and the humans and the Ark and the others at the radio tower will only make us stronger and give us more access to resources.
Yes, and we will remain in contact. I have overheard from some that you are discussing possible plans to build a bridge to the island from this island, and perhaps to connect a water line. And there were some discussions of power, but I have not heard the full discussion.
Yes, we are going to discuss with the people of the Pure Plant of connecting our islands and having them possibly supply the Ark with water, as it is a much needed resource. Also, the bridge will be an easier and safer crossing point where they would not have to go through the zone. Power is also of importance for us now that we have myself and Rand here, but Pontiac has new playthings that require electricity.
Well, if we can be of assistance, please do not hesitate to let us know.
Of course.
And do you do anything else?
No.
All right. Callum had to restart his PC. It was being weird, which is strange. It's a super machine.
I was about to say, wasn't it new?
Yeah, it's very high power too. It's alright, he'll be with us soon. We'll continue with that. Okay, so Vinny is working on the shelter down near the graveyard. Estrina, Oskarshan, and McKellen are working on the autocracy. And then some of the Kodiaks and Marla were working on, they finished the tower, and they finished the traps, and they've done some work on the arsenal, though that has quite a bit to go to be completed. That one does. And your work on the shelter, Vinny, initially is more of an exploration of what is the structure. And now on the coast, although it is partially submerged because the water line has risen, but there is a structure that you can get to. And you guys had always wondered about it because there was a door. And the work that you have done thus far, you have managed to get that door open. It was a lot of effort. You feel like it had been sealed since the old time. And inside was a chamber, and you realized there was a sloping passageway down towards the river. And as far as you've gotten so far, because there's debris to clear, is that not too far down that passageway, it begins to be under the surface of the water, the passageway itself. Now, what sort of light do you guys have? Is there any sort of powered light, any sort of like battery powered flashlights or torches? I can't remember if anybody has one. I thought one of the Kodiaks might have, but I can't remember.
I don't think we found anything like that. Could be wrong.
I had a light on my drone, but I'm not there, so.
I could have sworn somebody had one. But I'm not seeing anything on any of the, at least the Kodiaks that are out. Oh my god, I forgot Altron was so beat up.
Remember, he's had a night's rest now.
Yeah. But he was like down like 4 points across the number of stats.
Yikes.
Yeah. But there, anyway, to continue, you realize that there's more debris to clear, but it looks like perhaps this passageway continues, but it's not fully submerged. So it might work as, it definitely works as a shelter as it is, but as an escape, does it go across the entire width of the river? But you do realize that it's going down under the river. As far as you got down it, you realize that the surface of the river was above your head. And then that's the end of the workday.
How long did my conversation with Katinka last?
Not too long. Just mostly just connecting with her, unless there was something else you wanted to discuss.
Okay, because if there was time, I forgot my drone needs repair, so I could return to Pontiac for that.
Yes. I thought that was the case. I remember it was quite damaged pretty heavily.
It's down by 2 points.
Yeah. All right. So finishing your conversation with Katinka, then you doing a diagnostic, you realize, oh yeah, you judged it was. Hold on, I left the game accidentally. My stupid mouse. There we go. Now I'm back. Sorry.
Good.
It's because it's got a touchpad on the back of it, and I just drug my finger on it the wrong way, and it ended up logging out of the game.
Fuck!
You okay, Callum?
Welcome back.
You were very loud in my ears.
What, me or you?
Yeah, you. There we go.
Just suddenly heard you exclaim.
There we go.
All right.
Working now.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm just gonna deal with Trace and I'll catch up with you.
Yep.
So Trace, you get there and it never fails. Pontiac is always just off on his own little mission, and there's always something to be done in his garage. The moment that you arrive, Merrick is coming in from the outside. Carrying a box, and he's got some sort of components, some pieces of machinery. And he's Pontiac, I managed to remove those parts from that loud wagon you mentioned. Oh, yes. Put it over there on the workbench and we will sort it out. Ah, Trace. How are you?
I'm doing adequately well. Adequately well. How are you? How is the new tool I got for you?
It is working out wonderfully. Merrick has just used it and got us some more components for our work here.
And your laser welder?
Yes, need power. Rand was kind enough to show us how to use it and to loan us, well, for temporarily show us how it worked with power, but I need an e-pack, or if we could establish...
I had given him one of my extras.
Oh, you had? I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh. Back up. It works well, and it does make things a lot easier.
Very good, very good. When you need your pack recharged, let me know, and I can take it if we are leaving for the zone and find a place to recharge it. Hopefully soon we will have a generator here that will no longer be of issue.
Is that on the agenda? A generator? No one told me of this?
I am not sure. We would have to discuss priorities, but I hope there to be one soon.
That should be the #1 priority. Power, power. Think what we could do with it.
Oh, power is of course very important to myself and Ren, but more organics here. Have to look out for what their priorities are.
So, what brings you to my garage today?
My little drone needs a
What's
few
wrong?
repairs. When we were at the radio tower, it got damaged some, so needs some repairs.
Well, come on over and I will have a look. Okay. Just looking at his ability. And he gets a +2. That's right.
I'm gonna follow him over to his little workbench and let the drone out and let it land on the table.
Guess you did all right.
Yeah,
3 points back to it. Oh, you only needed 2, is that right?
correct.
Well, the extra success there is giving it a bit of a clean. All right. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Ran. Edmund comes to you. And actually, before I do that, I know you're only just getting logged in with this, but all of the other ARC members have been busy doing various projects, building up the defenses of the ARC, primarily. So all of these tokens are actually not right here. They're all about doing work. You had gathered up some supplies from Pontiac last session and were looking through them, although you hadn't done anything with them. And I've added on the journal, in the journal tab, it says for you, that has your background knowledge. I've added a page called Thoughts. And it's a couple of things that would have occurred to you now that your memory core is restored.
Fucking. Okay.
If you recall where to find that. And
Yep.
just a couple of points. But the organics are gone, and Edmund comes up to you, and my voice changer I don't think works very well, and I don't think it would be very accurate. I don't think you'd understand what I'm saying, but he has a very monotone, robotic voice. And what are you doing when he comes up to you?
I'm kind of just looking through my bag of tricks.
He comes up while you're doing that. Ran, Jar, 261.
Yes.
Now that your memory core is restored, you are aware of the factions of the humans that arose from the cataclysm. Mimir is the faction. Sorry, I didn't give you a chance to respond.
No
Mimir is the faction from which I, Katinka, and the Sentinel bots were programmed and built. You have that same origin. I was unsuccessful in restoring all of your memory core, but I believe a spark of information is intact in you to know that another faction of the humans, known as Elysium, are rival to Mimir and are to be considered a danger to our continued function. Do you recall this?
I do.
Good. As you have been informed, the humans aboard our space station, Mimir Delta 3265, running out of supplies and desiring to make contact with survivors on the surface to fulfill their mission objectives, decided to descend to the surface. Descend we did, but not without incident. Upon entering the atmosphere, an electromagnetic pulse caused our navigation and starboard propulsion systems to malfunction, which resulted in our crash. The humans perished despite our best efforts, along with many of the mechanized members of the team. We are unaware of the location of Elysium's bases of operation, but I believe that EM pulse came from them. The war, therefore, continues. Be prepared. Remain attentive to any evidence of Elysium and their operations that you discover, and keep me informed. I'm going to pause there for game mechanic. He is a coordination droid, and this will be something you're not aware of yet, probably doing new to the game, but you have a network hierarchy. You are a 2 and he is a 5, so there is a part of you that feels compelled to listen to him, but he is not necessarily your direct supervisor. Just some background knowledge to make you aware. He continues. These mutants with whom you have taken refuge, Katinka and I have determined are not Elysium. The Eden project in which they seek, though we are unaware of the details, is a project also of Mimir. These mutants are to be trusted and considered valuable allies. This island is highly defensive, and they are organizing themselves well for defense. I go now with Katinka to join the humans at the Pure Plant. Katinka believes that they are independent of any faction and can be trusted. After all, they did not destroy you when they had the chance when you were vulnerable. They have a power source, and that is the immediate need. The Sentinels remain at the radio tower to enact repairs. Could be a strategic defensive position. Do you have any inquiries?
I don't.
Very well. That is all. He's not one for personality. We shall depart soon. What is it that you are working on?
I hope to get this vehicle up and running again, I guess. If I have the parts for it, of course.
These wheeled vehicles here we are stood next to, they already run.
I'm gonna divert his attention towards the big plane.
I see. Of course. A worthwhile investment of your time. And with that, he walks away from you. He goes back to Katinka. Okay. What does anyone want to do now?
So I've been spending the morning talking to Streen about ways forward with the new structure of the Ark. But then I move the conversation on. We should talk about what is to be done with the Elder. I think he is due a burial with respect and ceremony, and I think it would give the ark closure, were we to invite all to the burial ceremony, to say our farewells.
Yes, I agree. A trying time for all of us, but it must be done. And maybe it will help unite us even further. What do you propose?
Perhaps today at midday, we bring him by procession to our gravesite. Find the most prominent plot. Have those of influence within the ark speak and say their farewells. And see that it is laid to rest.
That sounds like a good idea. Let us get all of the chroniclers and preparing the body and preparing the spot where he will have his final rest.
Absolutely.
And let us discuss the process with Orson. He should lead. And Ascarshan.
Given the direction the arc seems to be heading in, yes, I think that would be best. It would solidify the new state of things.
Right. I will go and speak with the leaders.
Very good.
If you wish to guide the rest of the chroniclers and preparations.
Yes, of course, I can handle this.
Tell me. She pauses at the door. How certain are you that we are close to our goal of Eden?
I can feel it in my bones. Everything that we've learned over these past weeks, it has been leading us step by step. Through challenges, certainly, but the sight of Eden grows closer and closer in my mind. Once the Elder has been put to rest, I intend to strike out again to one of these sites the Elders have directed us to.
Do you mean to visit them all?
Perhaps. I am not sure exactly the path the Elders, the Ancients wished us to tread. Perhaps it may be that we should visit all of these sites. They could be trials of a sort.
And dangerous.
Certainly. And yet, you have seen how many of our families have passed just in the last few weeks alone. The runaway is resilient, but Zone is unforgiving. If we do not find Eden, well, we must find Eden, and we will.
Maybe the answers we seek will be there.
That is what I believe.
All right, first things first.
Yes.
All right, so a day's shift is... So there's a couple days shifts available in... a day's shift. I mean, it's beginning to come to an end. You said midday, actually, there, Rome, but it actually would have to be a little bit later than that because to do, the roles for the projects, it's actually a day's shift. But doesn't mean nighttime when you're done. You must work for 12 hours.
Let's say dusk then.
Yeah.
It's the dusk of the Elder.
All right. So as the workday comes to an end, I actually want to retcon an assessment with you, Ran, about your bag of tricks and your project in just a moment. But anyways, the workday comes to an end. Word is beginning to spread along all the different work sites that a memorial service will be held for the elder and a burial. At dusk. All right, Ran. So you've gathered some components that you felt would be relevant. You have inspected the outside of this plane, but to give a proper analysis is to see what you need to do. That's going to be a repair roll, but remember you get +2 on this. So if you click on repair, on the middle bit, there's 3 columns in there, so in the middle bit you add 2 points. So instead of 1, it should say 3. And if you fail, then just more work that you've got to do later. Yikes. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, because repair is based on network, which you have only 1 point in. Whoops.
Maybe next time I can help him out.
That doesn't mean it's closed to you. It just means you haven't figured out anything yet.
Yep.
And you can make a try again with more effort, but it's a time thing, so it's several hours worth of analysis, and it's a big vehicle. The rest of you notice Rand poking in and out of the plane, opening up compartments you didn't know existed that reveal different bits of machinery, inside and outside. All right. Orson gathers all the Kodiaks together. And I'm not going to be able to imitate the voice very well, but... And although you've heard bits and rumors, formally he announces, that the ceremony for the elder was about to take place. And I assume you're there, Vinny?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there too.
We enter into a period of great change for this runway. And the task that has been given to me. We're in uncharted area. But I feel it is important for us to show proper honor to the way things have been. Now, you mutants grown up with the Elder. You knew him before he was ill. and I have not. So I can't imagine what this may feel like for you.
It's a grievous wound to the Ark, but we can only move on.
So I ask for your support and guidance. I've asked Ascarshan to lead the ceremony since he will know him better than me, obviously.
I do not believe that is wise, Orson.
Why?
Ascarshan represents the dawn of a faith which is leading the Ark in the wrong direction. He and his people have great scorn for the ancients and the quest for Eden. And the quest for Eden is the true hope for the Ark. Our elder was no follower of this first mutant. I do not think it would be appropriate to have the ceremony conducted in this new and misleading faith.
I wish I'd have known that. I must say I haven't paid as close attention to that, but... Alright, leave it with me. I'll find a solution.
I would suggest that you open the matter and establish the new path that the Ark must take, and then invite those who knew the Elder best to speak and share their memories of him. And I would end with a message of hope that we are close to a new age of the runway, and that we shall once again strike out into the zone to find our promised land.
Thank you for your guidance.
Of
And
course.
here we are. A new way of running this. And we've established a council of elders. Very well, then. Let us prepare. Is there anything anyone else wishes to add before we go? Nope. Okay, then. All right. So the best way of gathering people is through an assembly. So by now, Estrine is, or actually, no, you were left in charge, McKellen, to get the body prepared and the place prepared.
Yeah, so I'll gather the chroniclers and make sure that the elder is like nice and clean, and his wound isn't showing, and getting like a shroud over him. And then I'll have the chroniclers head in procession carrying the elder's body, like upon like a platform of some kind, and then walk through the arc and start the but it's like a slow pace clanging like normally for assembly, but much sort of slower paced as we proceed towards the graveyard.
All right. As you do so, more and more ARC members begin to follow the procession and to kind of crowd around the side of it. A little bit of murmuring amongst them, but not the normal excited talking that they do when it's assembly. And you make your way into the assembly area. It's a lot of tokens to drag in there. First time the Elder's been in there in a long time.
I don't even see where my token is. Where am I?
Where is your token?
I'll be on the map. Yep.
Well, you can drag a new one in and you don't have to resize it. Which is a glorious thing when we have that. Obviously, there are many, many more tokens. But even Pontiac comes, puts down his tools. Are the mechanicals joining the ceremony? And is McKellen?
I will.
Yep. I'm needing to reset my browser because the map's died.
Oh, has it? Okay, I'll move.
Yeah, just move you to the assembly chamber.
All right. Excuse me. Orson, towering over everyone, raises his arms even higher and pivots in place to look around everyone in a complete circle. People of this ark, we gather here to pay tribute to the Elder, one who has led you throughout your entire lives. I did not know the Elder like you do. But through interacting with you, you who were taught by him, I feel like I know the kind of person that he was because of how you have treated me, an outsider. And now you've asked me to lead you. My aim is to continue to lead in the method that the beloved Elder set forth. But we gather here to pay respect, to remember. And so I open up the floor to those of you who wish to speak.
What can I say about this man? Father of, well, years ago, around 200 of us, although there are much fewer of us now remaining. There would be fewer still were it not for this man, who kept us safe out here in the harsh environment of the zone where we have built a home for ourselves. At his direction. Though he had so many children, I am sure I share the thoughts of you that you each had a special bond with our elder. I know I remember from my childhood when he would gather us all around the fire and speak to us of great and wondrous things. And from those tales did we first hear the glimmer of a hope that awaited us as our destiny, the glimmer of Eden. This man had faith that such a thing is out there, and that faith shall soon bear fruit. It saddens me that he will not live to see us find Eden, but when we do, it shall be in his honor. Rest well, Elder. Rest well, and thank you.
Strina looks at you, then looks out to the people. I, for one, will continue to pursue knowledge as he taught, and to share it with all. We have accomplished much. And we will accomplish more. And I will forever remember his guidance as if he is still here, and that will guide me every day. Orson looks about. Is there anyone else who wishes to share anything? And everyone has their head kind of bowed. Orson looks to you, McKellen, because you were handling the procedures, the proceedings, and just nods.
Yeah, so I'll also wait a few beats in silence to see if anyone else speaks up. And if not, I gesture to the other chronicles to take like a corner each of the platform that we're holding them on. We shall now proceed in procession to the burial grounds, where our elder will be laid to rest in a spot of honor. Please, friends, family, follow.
And so everyone begins to follow as you guys lead the way. And
Does one
walking
of the
at us,
chronicles have like a scrap bugle or something?
I'm sure that would have been recovered at some point by now. And it takes a while because it's a little bit distant, especially walking at a slow pace. But you get to it. Grave has been dug. Spot central into the graveyard that you have established.
There's a nice flat bit. I think we just like a tennis court or something in real life. Or maybe it's like under that, or perfectly right in the center of that.
Oh, let me get to it. I'm gonna switch to a different map. Oh yes, of course, right where it says graveyard.
Yeah, that orange bit beneath it, I think.
Oh,
is like
but
a
no,
tennis
yes, of course.
court. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Ah, there's Vinny. There's your token. Oh, it's actually on a different map here, but sorry, it's not on the other map. Yeah, it probably is a tennis court. So they've pulled up some of the artificial turf, not turf, but hard surface. Yes. Let me just change it on the recording really quick. All right. And they lay his body down into the ground. And the chroniclers look to you, McKellen, ready to start covering with dirt.
Yeah, I give like a slow nod to the ones with the spades. Rest well, Elder. You led us here to this day, and with your legacy, we shall strive onwards, and we shall rise glasses to you in Eden.
And they start scooping the dirt. And everyone is really quite silent. And as it's over, no one really talks much, and they just wander away, singly and in small groups, back towards the terminal area. To the rest of you.
I'll gather together with the rest of the group. It would be nice to be able to dwell in our feelings today, but I think the urgency of our needs means that we should take our next steps. I think we should head to the first of our frequency points in the zone. I would suggest that we escort our mechanical friends west of the pure plant and then continue onwards along the river. Then if we can find a place to cross, we might be able to branch southwards to the one in that direction, or strike out further west. I don't exactly know what we'll find there, but it is crucial.
Orson says to you, I know that is important to you and to everyone here. I would like to make sure that we have our defenses built up just a bit more before we depart, and perhaps, but we begin planning that expedition. It could be very dangerous.
Well, I could see that you would need time to have the defenses raised. And perhaps I and a small group of us could head to the pure plant for our diplomatic talks, and you and the other couriers could catch up with us there before making our eventual journey westwards from there.
Sounds good to me. See what the others think. For now, this day has come to an end.
Yes, this would be in the morning.
All right. So we're coming up to our break time. Is there anything any of you wanted to do in the evening?
After everyone has gone to sleep, Vinny would go to the graveyard and
Steal the jaw
have
of
the
elder?
totem maker. Well, maybe something like that. Well, the first you would do is I'm going to make a totem out of Maximon's tongue that I can use it Bring a scry to get a bonus. Making a totem takes a few hours, requires a raw material, and a successful scry roll. But the number of successes when you use that item to scry, add those successes as a modifier. So,
Who's the
oh,
totem? Totem maker?
one second. Add totem maker.
Oh, that's your new, one of your new abilities.
I'll link it in chat. Empathy's still a little low. I forgot about that. Okay. Why didn't it? Oh, rolled empathy, not. I'm an idiot. Cry. There we go. We'll push, obviously. 4.
Oh, cool. You can only use it once, but you've got a +4 when you do use it.
Tongue +4.
There's something you don't see every day put in a character sheet. I got a +4 tongue.
Nice.
All right.
Probably sleep in the graveyard that night. You.
Okay. All right. Anything else anyone else is doing in the evening before they go to bed, or mechanicals to shut down?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. Let's go to break then for their point. So, the morning comes, and the mood of the arc is, people are still, they seem a little bit down, but you also get a sense that there is some closure and some normalcy is starting to come back, albeit slowly. And people are eager to get back to work. There's various projects going on, a couple of them anyway. And so... And Ran, you can take another roll to see if you can figure anything else out. And remember, you get +2.
Can I assist him at this point?
Well, depends. You don't know what he's doing.
I mean, new day, new thing going on. I'm not really doing anything. I could, hey, what's going on?
Oh, go ahead. Role play it.
Okay. So I see Rand's up to something interesting, so I'm gonna go and see what he's doing. So, what are you working on here? Can I be of any assistance?
Did Callum come back?
That's what we got, Clan.
I just assumed he was back. Oops.
See how it is? You don't want to talk to me anymore. I'll leave then.
Fuck!
What now?
There we go.
Were you talking this whole time?
Yes.
Oh.
Shit don't work.
Sorry.
I thought you just didn't like me anymore.
You're not my enemy on my character sheet. Well, I'm trying to see if anything needs to be fixed. Kind of see if there's anything missing, I guess, with this vehicle.
Well, I do have a bit of skill in repair. Maybe I can assist you.
Yeah, just have a look around the plane and have a gander and see if there's anything that's a bit broke or missing something.
I will do my best.
Alright. You can make your roll again. This time you have a +3.
So it'll be 4.
Yep. Do you want to push?
Nope.
With only 1 point, it would, because it's only the yellows that can be damaged. If that goes to a hazard symbol, then your network is completely broken. Well, that's your morning looking this over. It's a big vehicle. All right. ARC projects then. What are people wanting to work on? The Autocracy has 1 remaining. The Arsenal has 8 remaining.
I'll try and finish the autocracy issue.
Alright, go ahead.
So in conversations with Astrina and whatnot, I'm trying to establish that there should be like an advisory council beneath us, and
Give yourself a +1 from Astrina.
don't mind if I do.
there it is.
There we go.
And wow, you can roll a whopping 2d6 to add to your warfare now.
Power of electing a bear.
6 points. Brings you to 51. That is now your highest stat. Oh, actually, it was as of yesterday, too. And we're not done. Okay. The arsenal. Marlot was spearheading. Come on. Gonna get a little bit of help from her people.
Whoa.
That'll do it.
You have 4 remaining on that one.
Well,
That's straight up. I gotta figure out where the arsenal is going to be.
I think we said the little security room in the middle of the.
Oh, yes, of course. Which is why we
yeah, we
named
even
it.
labeled it
Oh, of course we
armory.
did. Yep. I'm looking right at it. I didn't even clock that. All right. Anyone
which door's
else?
going to the air traffic control.
Fenny,
No,
are you?
I'm helping Rand, so I can't help with anything
No, of
else.
course not. Fenny, are you continuing, or you've woken up in the graveyard?
So I wake up. I'm feeling a little emotionally drained. I have some ambiguous dirt on Brent and Faith. I might just use that to make one of them just a new parasite bucket for me. So I would seek out Faith, unaffiliated dog handler. I don't know if we really decided what the dirt was or if it necessarily mattered. I'm gonna.
We didn't decide, but I would be open to player input on that.
Who are they again? Are they unaffiliated?
Yep.
They're both unaffiliated. We can. I don't mind glossing over it a bit too, and it's more like I hold it against them and parasite them.
Okay. Well, you can always come up with those details later too, if you wish.
Maybe they've been feeding information to the raiders.
Could be.
Going to spend 2 mutation points. Roll 2 base dice for misfire. No misfire. Then I think I'm gonna do some wheeler dealing.
All right.
Make a deal roll. See how many successes I get. we're gonna push.
3.
So Vinny is, you know, the arc is going the way he wants it to go. And he's kind of going back to his roots now of greed. And so I'm going to use all 3 of those to gather bullets. Which means
How many was that? I forget.
I'll roll 3d6 of bullets, and it doubles because
Of your talent.
of my talent.
Okay.
Three d6. And 2, 2. So I get 20 bullets.
That's quite a lot.
Kind of crazy, actually, yeah. Vinny is currently holding 44 bullets.
Jesus. You don't own a gun, do you?
I have a scrap rifle, and I'm holding a shotgun, actually, that we've gotten.
How many bullets do you need to swim in it?
That's
right?
right. That's a goal, to swim in bullets.
My encumbrance is almost 16 and a half over 6 with all these. Just carrying bags and bags of bullets around with me.
We're gonna have to find like an ammo factory or something.
You are the arsenal.
Yeah.
All right.
Be my daily activity.
And let's see. You're doing that. You're doing that.
I'm gonna add most of them into our gang loot.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I made that. You can all add to that. All right. You guys are doing various bits of work. And you become aware of commotion in the main part, you know, the area around the terminal. Someone is shouting.
I'll venture over and see what's going on.
And the person, you guys don't know her very well, but she's a dog handler who was part of Maximon's gang named Shauna. And she's very distraught and upset. And she's shouting, "It got Stan! It got Stan! It took him under!" And she's in near hysterics.
What did? What's happened?
We were working down on the project near the graveyard. And that passageway we found going down into the water. Or under the water. And we got further. And something from underneath with very long arms rose up and attacked Stan and pulled him under. He never came back.
When was this?
Just now.
Then we need to go and find out.
Everyone who was there is too scared to go in.
I'll get the Kodiaks.
All right, I'll lead you there when you're ready.
I go and try and find the gang.
let's see. Trace and Rand are pouring over the plane. I hadn't had any of the other Kodiaks doing any work. I didn't roll for them. And Orson would be there as well, being Orson.
Everyone, there's something happening near the worksite. Some kind of creature has taken Stan, one of Maximon's men.
Orson turns to you. Is it an invasion?
It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like some kind of zone creature, but we should find out what it is and put a stop to it.
Alright. He'll,
Hearing that, I'm gonna climb out whatever hole I've done wiggled into.
Orson turns to Connie, Halbert, Charlie. With me. And I don't have a map, but I'm going to put these together just so I can remember who's there. Which is not even there in that spot. So McKellen goes and Trace goes. Anyone else going? That would be aware of it. There'd be only people in this area. Which is only going to be Rand. Vinny's away.
Ran, this is a perfect opportunity for a combat droid.
Gonna rally my way towards them now.
Okay. And you guys make your way down to the bottom of the graveyard on the coast of the river, to the access point that has been recently, well, as of yesterday, actually opened up. In the area outside of it, you see a lot of the debris that has been pulled out of that area. And there's a number of people standing around, kind of a little fearful, a little bit unsure of what to do with themselves. When Orson arrives, you see their spirits. They change, like they don't want to look weak in front of him. You can see. And Shauna points down there. It was under the water. Lots of arms. And the passageway, it's wide enough for about 3 people to walk side by side. So it's not really that cramped. And it's fairly tall. Orson doesn't have to stoop down if he were to go in. But she says we had waded out, and the water doesn't really get, at least where we were at, doesn't get deeper than about waist height.
How have people been feeling? Do we think there's much rot there?
I haven't gotten sick. Yet, anyway.
Right.
My mic had been muted, I realized, but Vinny had been at the Kodiak's lair, kind of messing with our stock and unloading everything he has, so I would have been there when they were called out, so I'm here too.
Okay. Well, Orson, we have no choice but to go in there. If there's any chance of saving Stan, great. But regardless, we can't have. I mean, we were hoping to make this a place of shelter, and hopefully, if it can extend across the water, an escape route for us. We can't have it being infested with some sort of creature.
Absolutely.
I will go in. Who will join me?
I will. Perhaps I should send my drone so we can get a better idea before we get into this small space.
That's an excellent idea.
Rand's just gonna step up.
In preparation.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like, make sure yeah.
All right, go ahead, Trace.
Okay. So I get my drone out and I send it down the tunnel to scout ahead and see what's going on.
It has a light on it, and I think it also sees an infrared, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Did we establish that? I cannot remember now.
I think we did say it did. Like it could see, night vision, that infrared, all that stuff.
Let's have a look.
I don't know if we wrote it down.
It might be on the description on your character sheet. Has low light ability. Has infrared and low light ability. It's written
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Cool.
So is a program level of 3 of infiltrate.
I'll reduce my power by 1.
Stability of 3. Okay, so that is 6 dice to roll for its. Did we establish its? Hold on. Ah, we did. Oh, cool. You can just roll from the drone itself. I forgot we simplified our life by doing that. We've been doing it just by random or ad hoc rolls. So if you roll infiltrate for it. Okay.
Then it gets in.
Okay. It reports back. Go ahead and expend your energy point if you haven't already.
Yeah, I did.
It reports back that the path goes in quite some ways. It did run into a place where it couldn't go any further because there's debris to be removed. And it didn't see any bodies floating. And then what did it detect? It's got 2 successes.
So there's water in the tunnel? I thought it was clear.
Yes, it is water.
Okay.
The water. Sean had reported it was waist high. As far as they went, anyway. It's going to be a little bit inconclusive. It's infrared. It was not very clear. I thought he detected something under the surface of the water near where the debris is too much to continue any farther, which is about 35 feet into the tunnel. But
Okay.
only you know this.
Well, I would be relaying to everybody else as it comes back to me so they know exactly what I see. I'm telling them, oh, we're down here. We've got some water. The drone can continue on no further because of the debris, and that it doesn't detect anything in the immediate vicinity.
Then we better proceed. I'd probably suggest that we tie each other together, so if anyone is grabbed, we can pull them out.
Do you have any rope?
I do not.
I have my cables, but they would not work well for tying people together. Probably best I take up the rear with that, where I could anchor to someone and pull people out.
Yes, that should be a good workaround.
Orson has his spiked bat drawn.
I'm gonna start pulling out my cables and anchoring it to something. And with that, I'm gonna spin the EP because I'm using those.
So Orson and Ran and Connie lead the way. Unless I'll pull Connie back unless a player wants to go in her place.
I'm going in, but I'm happy for her to lead.
But you're
Also-
going in, but what?
I'm happy for Connie to
Okay.
lead the way.
All right.
We'll also need to make a leadership role together. Okay, let's go in.
A leadership role, what?
Doesn't he have to do it like a command for the
Oh,
NPCs?
of course he does. I forgot all about this. That's why I need him here. He's got a commander, so he gets +2, and he orders his gang to fight for him. And does he not have to bribe them or something? I can't remember.
I think you can choose to for a +1.
Bonus.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it's just bonus dice or something if he offers them bullets or something. Or grub or water, whatever it might be.
Oh, here it is. Perform the task with him, it's a +2. Task is obviously lethal because one hasn't come back, so that's a -2, so that's 0. And he offers 3 bullets to Connie. So that's going to give him a total +3, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Six. There he goes. And let me give Connie 3 bullets. She's gaining quite a few of those. She's got 12
Nice.
now. He keeps bribing her. Alright. I'll put Halbert back. Move. Oh. Disconnected from the server. Alright. So I don't have a map. I'm just putting these people away. Kellen, I'll put you up there. Trace up. All right. What weapons are drawn? So,
None.
Orson, your weapon is your brain.
Yeah.
Or,
When my strength got drained for the last mutation, I can no longer like carry my knife without being over encumbered. I've got my my hazmat suit and a blanket.
all right.
That's all I can carry.
Oh my god. Okay. Connie is using her katana. Rand, do you have anything drawn?
Just my vibro knife.
All right.
I've got my laser rifle.
And, have you guys make a scout or scan roll depending on your species.
All of us?
Yes.
Wow. It is very observant.
So I'm not going to push.
The robots did well.
So, and Orson. All right. Oh, I need to roll for Connie.
Or
Should my
actual
drone
scout.
do it again?
So, you drone what?
Should the drone roll again as well?
No. Because you're aware, so it's fine. So, although McKellen and Vinny are not up close, so it's not as important, but the rest of you at least aren't surprised. But rising up out of the water is this multi-tentacled sort of creature. And the size of the token is comical that I'm going to be dragging out because it's small compared to this map, so I'll need to change it. This tiny little thing. Aww.
Oh, I see a head on that. Does that count as a humanoid?
No,
Damn it.
it does not. It's also it's the token I just made for it, but alright, so I'm gonna put you guys into a combat tracker, and I don't have Vinny up there.
Oh, I was
Oh,
thinking
we're on
we were
that map.
fighting it.
Okay.
Runway map. Yeah, it's true. Saul and I were on the wrong map waiting. For
Oh
this
right,
token.
sorry, because I just put it over
I
here
was
just
on the one
because
with the actual.
I don't have a map.
Yeah,
Sorry guys, I didn't realize. I just do it. It's on the end of the runway here, but
Yeah.
what the hell's? Oh, that's the drone.
Yeah, I drug it out on the other one to make it, hey, the drone's in the front.
Now the drone, I'm not going to put in the combat tracker because it goes when you go. Is that right? Yes, it does. It's not independent.
Yeah. No.
There we go. Okay, should all be in the combat tracker so you can do your initiative.
Oh, yeah, break.
Near the end. Vinny's first. How can Vinny be first? He didn't even see it coming.
I mean, he's just gonna use coward anyways. So.
All right. So I've got a combat timer, so be aware of what you're doing. Timer runs out, you miss a turn. Vinny.
Vinny is hiding behind Orson as best he can, but is holding a shotgun and a stash of bullets, so he will aim and fire. Just use. Okay, I see. Gives me a gear bonus. Oh my god.
Still, it wasn't the
Nice.
worst. 5 dice.
I
Bad.
push it, but it won't break the shotgun. There we go. Oh man.
But it
Broke
does
myself.
damage you. Good God. Alright, Bo, you managed
He's
to.
first time ever firing a gun. Like knocks him to the ground. And 9 bullets.
You've weakened its armor, though.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, that doesn't give me an easy way to do that on here. Okay. I have to remember. Orson's go. And he's just got his club. And a spike bat, but it is a club. Rah, single success. 2 points. Oh yeah. Rolling for its armor. And all damage goes to it. Oh god, you guys are gonna take care of this far too quickly. Trace, you are up.
Okay, well, Orson and everybody else is in front of me, preventing use of my rifle, so I'm going to use the drone to attack.
Okay, it's another met energy point.
And I missed. Damn.
Alright. Its turn. And it's going to... Okay.
Surrender.
It's surrendering. You're right. Sorry, I was just seeing what it was doing. Okay. It's first going to attack Orson. Orson has armor. Let's see. Oh yeah, first we go with his shield.
Keep left.
Yep, keep left shield. 1 success, and then I arm the... See what he's had to deal with this whole time. Ah, he manages to block all of it. Its damage. And this thing gets another attack. And the other one is attacking Connie.
I think it's like grabbing out of tendrils.
That's what? Sorry?
I assume it's like grabbing out of its tendrils.
Yes, they're tentacle bashes. Sorry, they're just kind of like the creature outside Moria in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Connie. Armor. No success.
For water.
But the tentacle damaged her, but it did not manage to grab her. Now we go to Ran.
I am going to pop up my shoulder cannon, and I'm just, well, I say cannon. My energy thingy bobby, and I'm just gonna bop it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use 1 energy point for it. So
And that does a point of damage per EP. Okay. Alright. And that one you don't even have to roll for. It just happens. Although it does get its armor. But its armor's been damaged. And unsuccessful. So you see your blast makes contact and causes a burn, and it sizzles because its flesh is wet. And we go to McKellen.
As Connie gets buffeted by Tendril, I'll rush past her. Keep your tendrils away from you foul beast. She is worth 10 times. You go back to the darkness from whence you came. Connie, show it. Make it regret striking you, and I'll inspire Connie to shoot it.
Want to push?
Yeah, I want to push. Ooh, that was
Wow.
nice.
Plus, Connie gets +5 to hit now.
Nice. Obviously, a good distraction.
And it's her turn now. It's a bit of Gandalf there on your part. Where's she at? Oh, yeah, Katana.
And it's 5 auto successes rather than
Oh, it's not +5 to a roll, it's auto success.
it's
Oh
kinda broken.
dear. Let's see what she does on her own. Her strength is weakened. Oh my god. That's a total of 7 successes.
Nice.
Let's see. Stunts. She can
God.
She can do additional points of damage. Holding the opponent in a grapple doesn't really seem to apply. Giant tentacled creature. I've got him. Punch him. Falls to the ground. There's pushback. It doesn't quite apply. No weapon to knock out. Initiative score.
Yeah, she's right at the bottom. So might be handy.
I'll push her initiative up. But so initiative is 1.5, so 3.5. Uh-oh. Sorry, Ran. That puts her up in front of you.
that bitch.
And then she'll put the other 6. Let's see, total 7 successes. 1 is that. She'll put the other 5 bonus successes on damage. It's a total of 7 points of damage. She has 2 points just from the katana. Alright, it's armor roll. Which it only has a chance to absorb 1, and it does not. So all 7 points go to it. Oh my god. Is it even gonna last?
What an anime scene of her with her katana, like running in and slicing up this massive creature.
Yes. Well, just right before that, you can do it!
I'm nothing if not the wise old mentor.
Yeah. Okay, Vinny, it's your turn. Top of the round.
I want to move into Ani because she did take damage, I believe.
Yeah, she did. Quite a bit.
Did she only take 1 point?
2 points.
2 points. I'm gonna parasite her to heal her for 2.
How does that work?
Reroll. I can use my own strength to heal someone else or my own stats.
Oh, I
to
didn't know
transfer
that.
them. That's like that's my whole background with Orson is I found him and healed him in my mouth.
Do you have to
Like the baby
mouth
bird.
over her?
Yeah.
So she
Like-
just swung her sword, and you're like, "Let me give you a kiss."
Pretty much.
Comfort.
It brings her up to full health, but it also puts me in close range. I have to be the near range.
All right.
Reach.
If it lasts, because it's now Orson's turn.
And he loves calamari.
He will not be pushing because he doesn't want to damage his bat. So that's 2 points. Does it resist? Armor-wise. Why did I close its stat? Ah! All of its armor is gone now. And so is it. I can never give you enough challenge. And it floats to the surface. It's quite large. You see quite a lot of tentacles. Some of the tentacles that hadn't quite come out of the water are holding the body of Stan, who it's a bit battered. His body is a bit battered, but
I'll wade in and drag him out of the water.
yeah.
Make sure he's dead.
And he is indeed. Suspect he was probably held under until he drowned.
I'm sorry, Stan. Can I try and know the zone test to recognize what this tendril creature is?
Yes, you can. Yes. These are, well, if you saw the name in the combat tracker, that's the slang name, Slithering Beast. It's what the stalkers call them. You've overheard some talk. They're amphibious, so they tend to find in their bodies of water.
Do
But
I
they-
reckon it's likely that there'd be more within the same tunnel?
They don't run in packs. And you would feel like, from what you understand of it, that it's because of its size, you know, for a food source, having multiple ones in the area would not work very well. And so they don't tend to linger together. And any
I
other
don't
living,
think this thing.
because any other living creature in the area is probably steered clear of this, unless they stumble upon it, as poor Stan did. Which
I
would
don't think it's good to have any friends down the way. Would be good to get rid of this early. It's a shame it couldn't have been earlier.
We should begin purging the water from this underground. We must use this for our shelter and our escape in an emergency.
Yes, we should siphon it away if we can.
I was just thinking of what you might have. I'm sure you'd have some scrap hose. You would have
I
found
imagine all the junk cars would have plenty of hose
Yeah.
and all the airplanes. Yeah, I could definitely collect enough hose out of all that old fuel hoses.
Well, what we really need to do is find where the water's leaking in from. Seal it.
Yes, agreed. If we could clear the blockage, I could have my drone scout more to see if it can find it, anything above the water at least.
I will include that in the building roles, the work rules for it. That solution. Shauna is, and her companions are getting Stan's body and taking care of that. All right. So that was your first half of your day. You discussed escorting Edmund and Katinka to the Pure Plant, and you also discussed maybe planning an expedition.
Yes.
I would think first and foremost we should probably get Katinka and Edmund to the Pure Plant, and then we can venture out from there.
Yes, well, there's two that are on the way. If we head to the Pure Plant, and then once we've dealt with our business there, we follow the river. If we can find a crossing, there's one to the south of the river near these weird lights. Or if we don't find a crossing, we can continue west to the one near the sinkhole.
You do know, if you look at your journal tab, there's a one called Rumors.
Oh, yes.
It's been a long time. These are just collected rumors from stalkers. But it does mention a one way across anyway.
We've also
Yes.
got one like drawn on the map as well.
We should also be careful of the area of Old Bend. That is where I saw lights during my travels here. Perhaps where Hell Riders are staying.
Well, no need to get too close there. Although perhaps we could take advantage and try and find some high ground and see if we can spot the Hellrider camp from a distance whilst we're heading in that direction.
Yes.
Should see that the Ark is defensible and full until before we venture out. Finish the arsenal and the shelter, and then make our way.
I'm eager to get back out there as soon as you can.
Yes, we have to make sure the people at the Pure Plant are also protected. That
Yes,
is,
they need
of
to be
course,
warned of the Hellriders.
yes, and the residents of Skywheel can surely assist with that.
I think our dealings here can be proceeded smoothly enough without us for a few days.
I believe so as well.
So what are you planning to escort Katinka and Edmund and then come back?
No, I think escort them and then continue on to either this one near the sinkhole or this one near the weird lights. We'll probably proceed to like Tower Bridge and see what kind of state that's in and decide which one we want to go to.
The rumor document does give you some information about the Tower Bridge.
I don't know which one that was.
It's near the bottom of the list, or the text.
You will have seen strange lights over the old ship approaching that direction. Or in fact, beyond that direction.
You people headed over Minster, but never come back.
Ah, is this the one where it's talking about the crumbling rubble arch? Good enough for single file.
If Eden is out there, there are surely a number of hazards between us.
Oh, certainly.
Yes.
From
And to
what we've heard
me,
of these,
if we stay at the Ark hoping to be prepared, it will never be prepared and we will never make our ventures.
yes. Time is of the essence.
So shall we begin our journey to the pure plant then?
I'd say so.
Perhaps we should begin construction of a road linking our two communities.
I'm of a mind to have a pipeline built, but your road would certainly be useful as well.
Ah, could we not repurpose the old ferry for now?
Yes, that's an idea.
So, a lot of ideas here, guys.
Yeah, so can we gather the gang and head out?
What's the summary here? What's going on? What are you taking? Where are you going afterwards? Pathways. Is a bridge project being started? A road project? A ferry? What's going on? there's a few ideas, so I just wanted to clarify some things.
I would suggest that we put a pause on the projects for now, and get a group of Kodiaks, drive to the pure plant, escorting the mechanicals, stay there the night, do some diplomacy, and then strike westwards to the Minster Bridge, have a look and see what kind of condition it is in, and then decide whether or not we want to go south or west.
Okay. Are you walking?
I'd say drive, and if we can't cross the bridge in the cars, then we'll drive to the north one. What's our fuel situation?
It's getting lower.
Can we work out how many squares of fuel we've got?
So you've got 8.6. Let's see. 8 bottles,
Square.
and then there's 10 uses in each, so the 0.6 means there's 6 uses in one bottle. One of those, 1 unit is required per square, per zone.
So we don't have enough to reach one of our targets in back. Have we got a good lead on where we can find fuel? Is this factory we've not explored?
You're right, you can also... Do you guys have a... You don't have a still made yet, do you?
No, that was kind of discussion of the next things to look at.
Also, your rumors mention both bridges are foot travel only. The Minster is, for a section of it, is single file walking. And for the Tower Bridge, the bridge itself is gone. The only thing that remains is the upper walkway.
Right, okay. Gotcha.
And in that case, it'd be best not to take the cars for Hellriders to come up on them and steal them.
Yes, we don't want to leave them out in the zone. Perhaps we should continue on foot then.
You want to walk across the zone?
Well, it is either that or risk our loud wagons being stolen.
We set ourselves this would be a trial. We could drive as far as the pure plant and then see perhaps if our friends there might have some solution to the fuel conundrum. They have many machines still working there, or at least some. Perhaps they have fuel in which to run it. We could work out some kind of trade.
Yes, that is also going to be our other problem is fuel. Would not be good to go out in the vehicles and get there but not be able to bring them back.
Also to Connie. Connie, have the other stalkers or yourself, have you had any clues as to where fuel might be scavenged?
Oh wait, I knew about the oil tanks that needed to be, that it was crude and needed to be refined.
Yes, you did
How
have
does one
knowledge.
refine oil?
Connie, in answer to your questions, occasionally we might find a bottle of, I think what you chroniclers call it is liquor, but that's not very common.
Not something we can really plan for then. I take it refining this crude oil would be quite a lengthy process, Trace.
I would imagine probably so. I'm not extremely familiar with the process. I just know that the crude oil must be refined and processed to turn it into combustible fuel.
What does
I
it
think
take?
unless our fortunes change, we'll be on foot.
Suppose if we must.
Let's drive as far as the fuel plant and see if they can stock us with anything. And if not, we'll continue on foot.
Sounds like a logical plan.
Good.
Just looking, still isn't even an option in the list of projects that I've seen, unless I'm missing it.
I thought it was called a bar or something. Or
distillery, there it is,
distillery.
sorry.
There it is.
Wait a minute, it
There's
just says reduces the
also-
price of booze in the Ark by half.
There's also this talent that some may have. And that's how we just like have been getting. There's just booze in the Ark.
Oh,
can
you
buy.
could use, yeah, you could use your make a
Mhm.
deal talent to just gather booze instead of bullets. So could Orson, he could just, his racketeering,
that's
he could
true.
just get booze.
Perhaps we should spend a day consolidating some resources and leave in the morning.
If we can gather together the fuel, that probably would be worth it.
I'm checking out what Orson can do. Racketeer. +2 modification for use a command skill for racketeering in the Ark. Okay.
Looking at the distillery one, though, in the description it says uses a contraption to extract a great number of chemical substances from burning wood or plants. One of its many uses is to brew booze. So, what does the special play into that about reducing the price?
One bottle of booze counts as a normal item. Into the 10 doses. Yeah, just if there was a place we could buy it, trade it for bullets, it would just be halved.
Huh.
Oh, you can use booze to recover damage and doubt. How interesting. Like temporarily. While taking confusion damage. How weird. That's interesting.
All right.
I'll make a deal also. Try to get us some booze.
Wow. Orson just got 9 rations of booze.
Oh, nice.
My god. Look at that. Nothing. Ching. Is it 1d6? Or well, it might be different for wheeler dealer. Make a deal. 2d6 doses of booze per success. I'll get 2d6 times 2.
So 14. Let's see.
15 plus 9, so is that 23?
It's 10.9 or 10.4. Is it? .9, sorry, 10.9. You now have 10.9. So it's a total of, oh my god, that's a total of 109 zones that you can go. With
Certainly, we don't have a problem.
with the fuel
Okay,
that
I
you've
think
got.
we're settled to go to the one on the west now then.
Yes, our problem is solved.
All right. So, I don't really want to, because Lack's not here. I don't know what Kodiaks would be going. Connie definitely, because you need a stalker, but beyond that, who would be Prod?
Let's see. Near the sinkhole. Maybe one of our trackers, either Julia or Charlie.
Right.
Telekinesis might be handy near a giant pit. It's a crystal.
She's got cryokinesis.
Oh, cryokinesis. I thought we were still.
I don't know if anyone has telekinesis. Just looking through all of them.
Liz walk on walls with reptilian. Let's see.
No.
No.
But I could have used a reptilian ability when those Morlocks attacked to get point of confusion permutation points spent. Because all she's carrying is knives. But I didn't have her do that. Whoops. Alright, I think we might want to plan this when Lack is with us.
Yeah, no worries.
I don't really want to choose that without him. So I think probably we might want to just wrap the session now, because if you're about to go on expedition, I have some actual prep to do.
No
to
worries.
make this happen, and to do it on the fly would not be good. Plus, there's not tons of time left anyway.
That sounds good.
So let's do experience. Getting to the page. Oh, I can never find it. Why is it so difficult?
Found that's a pattern with Relay games. His experience is always on such a random page.
Know it. Oh, here we go. And it's near the beginning. I know it's in the 20s, and I started 3 pages later and then kept going.
Some of the organizations of the books is kind of weird.
Yep. 25. Page 25. Okay.
Just the only thing with Mutant is that the index isn't on the very back page. You have to sort of scroll back like 10 pages before you get to the index.
So, Trace, you're away, so I'll do your experience points for you then.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Did you participate in the session? 1 point. Did you perform a day's work for a project in the Ark?
Yes.
I did not do that. Unless you count Rand's trying to fix the plant.
I was just thinking about that one, though. That is quite a bit of work. It's not technically an art project, but it is a project. Yeah, I will count that for both of you. I'm wanting to expand these questions anyway, so that's only just slightly opening it up. Did you explore at least one new sector in the zone? No. Sorry? Tunnel's not really, it's still part of the same sector as the Ark. If you go into the Thames any farther, then yes, it is. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy?
No.
Sacrifice or risk something for the NPC you want to keep safe?
Yeah, I tried to jump in front of the squid.
Yes, you
I was
did.
sparing Connie.
I don't think anyone gets this next one. Did you sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate?
I was kind of aiming for it because I told Dawson that the Scotch shouldn't lead the ceremony. Wasn't really a direct risk necessarily.
No.
But,
Not quite there.
no worries.
And then one more. Did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream? It's the word sacrifice or risk. It's in all of these things, quite often.
Yeah.
I think I did on this occasion.
What do you say? I didn't hear you.
I don't think I got that one this
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah, didn't really do too much today. Okay, and who would like to roll for Arc Deaths? Got to
We're gonna
increase
pick a new PC or a new NPC to hate and protect. Dang it.
You
I
lost
did
your-
kind of risk myself to protect Connie today, so I can make her my new protect, I guess, also.
We're all going to be jumping in front of her.
No, I'll save her. No, me. Who would like to roll a d6 for the deaths? Or maybe I do, since I tend to roll low. Or maybe I roll high when it's for deaths.
As I say, you're only gonna roll high when we don't want you to.
Yeah, probably.
What's our minus now? It's minus one.
It's still -1. 3. So one of them is going to be Stan. Stanley is actually on the list. I just thought it sounded silly to say Stanley. Stanley got attacked.
142.
You take. Oh, so.
Don't know why it's Pierce making the roll. 94. Oh no, we've lost Joy.
Okay, well, I'm going to slow down. I want to make a note of these.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just going to mark next to them died.
Yeah, if you just mark them as dead, I'll do all the rearranging.
Okay, Joy. And let's see, Joy died while on expedition into the zone from an accident or exposure. or starvation. But in the zone, one of the two. I mean, in the zone, those things occurred in the zone. And then the other one died as well as an accident while working on an ARC project.
That's Lindsay.
What was the number? 84? Oh, here we go. Okay. That's all those.